about it.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got what should be an interesting matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. With that, let's head up to Nashville for the Titans home opener. On the call, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Indianapolis Colts and the Tennessee Titans. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback who grew up just outside of Cleveland on Lake Erie, Mitchell Trubisky.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
This is Marlon Mack, third-year running back. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun is Trubisky. That one caught by Ellison. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Anderson. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
To throw is Rosen. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin, and he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Come on, fellas.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They start the drive with Anderson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And there are the numbers for C.J. Anderson on the ground last week. 17 carries, 70 yards.
And to me, the goal is the exact same thing as last week. Get him the ball early and often. I think he's got another big game in him in this one.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. But now it's Rosen looking. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards there and a first down. Rosen on 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't
they? When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. They run. Anderson. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And for the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. Rosen now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down. Here's a first down throw that's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down, Titans, gain of 12. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him on to the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a run with Anderson. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Here's Rosen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
You've called plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum, my man?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
No, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on. How about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Starting the drive with a give to Mack. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Sean Dion Hamilton was there to bring him down defensively. The starting defense for the Titans.
Tremaine Edwards may have been one of the younger players in the draft when he came out. The boy who matured quickly on the field. A great hybrid at 6'5", who can flat out run and take on blocks. Comes from a great football family. Has one brother who's a running back in the league, another brother who's a safety in the league, and his dad was a two-time Pro Bowler as a tight end.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Now it's Mack, draw play. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Fourth down now after a loss of 2.
It's not often that you get 19-year-olds that enter the NFL, but this guy is absolutely special. Tremaine Edmunds out of Virginia Tech, 6'4", 250-plus pounds, can run like a deer. We just saw his ability to flash and make plays.
His brother Terrell also taken in the first round. First set of brothers taken in the first round of the same draft in NFL history. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw on second down. Rosen. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
The Titans on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw, and that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. And this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return, and it'll be Titan football. Time for us to spotlight C.J. Anderson. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Rosen will throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Rosen. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way. I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Trubisky will throw. He completes this one to Mack. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Mack, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive, but they'll be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The Colts on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here.
False start, offense.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Here's Trubisky. That's into the hands of the tight end, Ellison. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. And Lambo will put this one through. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's a look at Golden Tate as he heads back onto the field now. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that. Definitely. Yeah, it's not even a question for me. The way he's playing, he's doing a nice job. Increase things. More touches, more opportunities. Maybe that can reverse things on the scoreboard for them.
We'll try to ratchet things up then maybe here in the second quarter. Rosen now 9 of 16 through the air as he's got it 1st and 10. Now it's Rosen. Pressure comes and down goes Rosen. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Rosen. He completes it to Tate. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half. Now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it was real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Check 52, 25, check 25, check 25.
From the gun, it's Rosen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 21.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And brought in by the tight end Cook. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Rosen. Got a man. It's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Golden Tate in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans have taken the lead. And oh, it's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I know it's easy to kind of shrug off a blocked extra point, but this game is shaping up to be a tight one. The second half, this could prove crucial.
Yeah, we might look back on this one. We'll have to wait and see. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
Here's 2nd and 7. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the air. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And did he get in? No. They'll mark him down at the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of... And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Rhett Ellison, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Well, what a quick turnaround there. They get the football. Next play, boom, touchdown.
I've been in a situation before where a turnover occurs, and if you're over on the bench with your defensive mate and you talk about what to do on your next series, and all of a sudden you hear sudden change, you got to get out on the field and defend right away. Not everyone is mentally prepared to go.
Is that what is yelled on the sidelines a lot of times?
That, among other things.
Maybe some words we can't share here.
Yeah, we'll just keep this one PG.
FCC violation.
No doubt.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
He'll have a first down past the 40, and finally down at the 41-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
Pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On third down, Rosen. And that will be incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground with Mack. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
They go right back to Mack. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. They'll go again here with Mack. It's a 7-yard gain that gets him back to the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that's going to make it 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. He's hoping to channel his first half play. They had the lead at halftime, was playing well. Flip the script here in the 3rd quarter a little bit. Oh, Rosen is stripped to the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The end result, 21 yards.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end, a guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight, doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Over the middle, complete to Tate. He went over 100 yards in the wild card round. He's over 100 here as well, and a 1st down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
To throw is Rosen. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. 10th carry now for Anderson. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's Rosen to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a 1st.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down and inside the 5-yard line.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. C.J. Anderson, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans have once again taken the lead. And now it's Rosen looking, and that is caught for the 2 points. So that effort gives him a 3-point cushion and guarantees that a field goal going forward won't beat them.
Yeah, and that's really good strategy because that's all you care about. Not getting beat at this stage, at least give your team a fighting chance.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And they're not going to get to the line. To run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Here's Trubisky to throw, and the throw there going to be incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On the return, it's Tate. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And time to spotlight Golden Tate. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He'll find Metcalf. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment.
Offense.
Let's see what our referee says. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Now Rosen looking to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. The Titans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 16. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They go play action here on first down. That one caught by Ellison. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. On second down, here's a run with Mack. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And finally, wrestled down at the 11.
Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
On second down, here's Trubisky. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Trubisky now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on first and goal. Here's Ivory. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Lambeau is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. Well, you talk about clutch. That one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
Yeah, he didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. And we just seen a late lead change there. 49ers in front. A win would be their second on the young season. Josh Rosen and company getting set for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. The defense did their job. Fourth quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they'd place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one. Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
On second and 12, Trubisky caught by Cobb. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now this throw caught left side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
They throw again on second down. This one's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
So how do you beat man coverage? First of all, you want to be a superior receiver, but you know something, that guy who's covering you, he's usually pretty good too. So the corner route is usually a great spot to get it done.
They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. Daryl Worley up to make the tackle.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Got to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now it's Trubisky into the hands of his running back, Marlon Mack. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
You know who loves it? This defense. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Rosen, and he's got it complete to Anderson. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Man, I got you. 57.
Throwing now is Rosen. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So it's 3rd and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. Here's Rosen. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
A run by Mack to start the drive. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even into overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. They're set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far. Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That can give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think...
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Andrew Sendejo swoops in for the sack. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Out come the Titans now. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. He's got his man. This is Tate. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. They'll run it. Here's Anderson. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a 1st down.
They really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Monday. You gonna see?
Now Rosen on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there. Jaron Brown, the intended target. And it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Rosen will throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 3rd and long, defense with no fear. They brought the pressure.
Zero fear at all. That means they feel really good about the guys who are going to cover. And the biggest one is they think their pressure will get there before he has a chance to find an open receiver.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Marlon Mack. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. A pickup of 7 there, but they'll still have 12 yards to go on 3rd down. Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. Throwing here, Trubisky. That's complete to Cobb. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. The defense does its job. Now they're going to get the ball here in overtime with a chance to win it.
Major league kudos to them because to get the ball back in this spot, everything was on them. It had to happen, and they pulled it off. They'll get it back for their offense with a chance to win.
Now it's Tate. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. Now we look at C.J. Anderson as he trots back out there and gets set to go on offense. And as we peer at the numbers, he got off to a struggling start, but since then really found his rhythm.
And I think that comes together with not just the halftime adjustments, but just that quiet confidence. If you just keep doing the things you've been working on, eventually there will be creases. You know, find those gaps in the defense, keep working on them, and maybe what didn't happen very well for you in the beginning of the game, it starts to open up as the game moves on.
And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here at overtime. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
And now it's Rosen looking. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Mike 21, check Mike 21. Hey, Haywood. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, quarter. Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
On 3rd down, Rosen. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Hey, check Mike 25.
Here's Rosen. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the screen.
Trubisky will throw. This goes to Mack on the check down. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. So that's it. No double overtime until the playoffs roll around, so that means this one ends in a tie.
Yeah, that's ultimately unsatisfying for both teams, the fan bases. Heck, for us.
True.
We came here to see a winner, right?
We did.
Winner and a loser. We didn't get it. We end up with a tie. Everyone walks away. A little bit cranky on this one.
Man.
Yeah,
MEH, man. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.